Hi everyone. So in this session we'll start designing our antenna, and the first design which this is nothing but a third design actually. So this I'll be starting with the antenna array, which is based on 3.5 gigahertz only. So that same unit cell which I have created for 3.5 gigahertz only, so that only I will be considering in this. Anyway, I can start that in a same file only, but I wanted to explain it in a very fresh way, so that's why I've taken a new file only. And we will see that how we can design our antenna array, which is based on 1 cross 2 antenna element. Okay. And some dimensions have already been changed for substrate and ground as well, so that I have already explained in the previous lecture. Okay, so that I guess it is not an issue with you all guys. So I'll start designing with the substrate, and then we'll move on to slowly ground, patch and feed. Some another parts we will also see. Okay, so if you are designing along with me, then let me know, otherwise I'll start it. And further, even though this course will end up and we will wind up, while once this recording will be delivered to you guys, if you are facing any other type of issues related to this designing of these types of antenna, whatever we are going to discuss in this course, so that you can contact me on my mail. Okay, generally I'll be available on the mail only, otherwise regarding this phone and all, let me not be sure, because I'm checking my mails regularly. So that's why you can mail me at any time, and with the best solution whatever I will having, so that I will try to help you guys. Okay, so we'll click on HFSS here in the desktop value. Okay, now we have to set our units. First of all, check with the units, which is by default millimeter only. Okay, and in tools, in HFSS solution type, I will set to driven model. Okay, we'll click on OK. Then further in HFSS, in design settings, I will enable material override. It will be easier because of the meshing and all. It is suggested to check this box. Okay, now we'll start designing our substrate first. So go to the box, draw the box randomly. Then on the left side, on the left pane, have to give a name, or click on box 1, give the name as substrate. Okay, then further give the name as give the material as FR4. Okay, we'll click on OK. I'll give the color as little bit brown, it will be easier actually. And we'll give a little bit transparency, so that we can check the ground and patch anyway whether it is properly aligned or not. Then further we'll give a dimension as you might know that in the unit cell element also we have considered it as a minus ls by 2 comma minus ws by 2 comma 0. Okay, now why ls by 2 and ws by 2, that you have already known in the previous session. Okay, now it will ask for the dimension value of that variable. Don't forget to select the unit type, which means it is what. So in our case it is length only, so that's why I'm defining it unit type as length. And the unit in which I will be giving the value is nothing but millimeter only, so no need to change that unit. For the length of substrate, I am taking as 36 mm instead of 31. And similarly, in the case of width of substrate, I'm designing it as 91.42 because of the inter-element spacing of the array. Okay, now I'll give as ls only, ws only, and ts, which is 1.6 mm. Okay, now I will click on apply, we'll click on OK. Now we'll press on Control plus D, so that it will come within the workspace area. Okay, now we'll design a ground plane for that. Now go to the box again, select this point, corner point, as I will zoom it, as you can see. Okay, so this we will zoom it. Anyway, we will be defining the dimension, so no need to worry about that. Just for depiction purpose, I am defining this. Okay, now I will give the naming as ground, as copper. Material will be copper only. We'll click on copper, we'll click on OK, we'll give the color as yellow only. I'm not defining it as a transparency, no need to worry about that then. Now we'll give a dimension same as the substrate, because we are using our conventional ground plane. We are not implementing any kind of enhancement technique and all, bandwidth enhancement or gain enhancement, so that that's why our ground plane is conventional only. So since it is having the same dimension, so I'm not giving any new parameter. Whatever we have already defined, that is ls, that is length of substrate, width of substrate, ts and all, everything, that only I'm giving here as well for the for the ground as well. Okay, so ls by 2 comma minus ws by 2 comma 0 I'll put. Now I'll say as ts, it will be ws only, and then further it will be having a minus tp, because it has to be on the lower side of the substrate, so that's why I'm giving a minus tp. Okay, now minus tp, it will ask for the value which I am taking as 0.035. okay, we'll click on ok, we'll apply, we'll click ok. Now in order to see whether it is whether it has been created or not, that we will check in the bottom side. Okay, it is not came properly, let us check what is the issue. Okay, now it has given us ls, not ts, bro, it has to be ls. Okay, now I'll click ok. Now as you can see, it has fully covered the area. Okay, you can rotate it with the help of alt button plus alt key plus your left mouse button. Okay, that way you can rotate it. Now next will be our, I will remove this error messages, it is not at all important. Now our main is patch. Again we'll select our box, randomly we will draw it. Okay, now at the box one we have to click, give the name as patch. Material will be copper only, because ground plane is also copper, so that's why I'm giving. Transparency anyway I'm not giving. Color same as, just for better visibility. Again that patch also we will follow the same convention pattern, because it is having a minus lp by 2, same only, same way only, that half of the coordinates will go on the left side, half of the coordinates will go on the right side as well, that we have to do. Okay, now minus wp by 2 comma ts it will be. Okay, now it will ask for the length, for the parameter value. lp is of 37, 37 is of the width of patch anyway, so it in this length of patch will be 19.2. then further wp will be 37, 37 I am considering. Then further lp, it is wp, it is okay. Now for the dimension I have given as lp, wp, and z size will be of your tp only, because it has to be made on top of the substrate, so that I am giving as, yeah. Now one thing you might know, that already we have to give a second patch as well. So for this we have to displace this patch either on the right side, either on the left side. Okay, So for this, I'm defining a one new parameter, which I can define it here only. So suppose I will be defining it, I will be displacing this patch on the left side. So I'll define it on minus d by 2. Okay. Okay. Now I will click on, it will ask for the value. I will give as 51.42, which is around I guess 0.6 lambda, I guess. Okay, we'll click on apply. Now as you can see, it has been displaced. Now one more I will copy from control plus C, control plus V. Now this also I will displace it to the